Okay, so yesterday we were learning about what we call keywords and reserved words, right? So might be you guys have been through the videos, so you got a basic idea कि keyword uh, is like a reserved word for a Java programming language. So when we write a Java program, so anything which we define, we should not use keywords for that. Okay, whatever is predefined, those are keywords. Okay, any words, any name, any variable name, any class name, anything that we are going to define, those are those should not be a keyword. Okay, so we'll just take one example, then we'll go through identifier definition and all, what is the rules and all for that. So yesterday I was saying that whenever from for the initial time being, when you have to write a program, right? So this statement you guys have to remember for next 4 or 5 class. After that, you guys able to know that exactly what does it mean. Okay, so public class, and then this name you can give, and one public file. In one file there should be only one public class. Clear? That I already told you guys. So let's assume I can define one more class here. Okay, anything. So I just given the random name. Okay, so this is another class, but I cannot make this class public because in one file only one public class would be there, and whatever public class name should be a file name. Clear? Okay. Okay, so don't think about another class define how we are defining what it will happen. Don't think about that, just focus on this. Okay, so right now this 4 line top and the bottom one, remember, you have to remember. Okay, so now I will go through. Let assume if someone asks you guys to write a Java program to add a 2 number. Okay, so if I have to write, I will write int, then I will take number one, two numbers addition to number one, two number addition, then this is, then one second, then this is number one, I have given 10. Okay, then int number, sorry, number two, I have given 20, and then this semicolon. Okay, so semicolon we always give at the end of the statement. Okay, in Java. Okay, so now I have to perform addition. So I have two options. I can define int sum equal to number one space. You can give a space, you cannot give it, that is depend upon you. Okay, I have given number two, right? So now this sum. So what I did, I defined one variable, I define another variable, assign value to the variable, again assign value to the variable, then I perform addition on two variables, and then I have sum. Okay, I can change this value as per my need. Okay, now I have print. One second. Now I will print plus sum. Okay, so basically when I run this one, okay, so my current motive is not to teach you guys writing number one, number two, and addition of this. Okay, that anyhow, first we have to know what is this, what is number one, what is number two, what is sum. Okay, but before going to that point, I just want to see, okay, what is identifier? So I have to tell you what is exactly identifier is. That is the reason I've written this program, and then I will tell you what is identifier. So we know about character set, we know about keyword. Now we are going to know about identifier. So basically, what is identifier? So identifier are the name those will be used to identify the programming element. Okay, like class, method, variable, or etc. whatever we have else in our program. Identifiers, also known as user defined words. So how many types of words we have in programming language? One is predefined, which is keywords. One is user defined, which is identifiers. Okay, what and all are defined by user? Class name, this name, variable name, this is variable, this name, this name. Okay, so this is fine, we understand. Okay, this is defined by user. So okay, so can I define like this 333? Can I define at the rate and has? Okay, it's giving error. So what is the rule of defining a variable? Can I use only alphabets? Can I use digit with that? Can I use a special character along with that? Like this? Can I use this? Okay, can I? Okay, we cannot use this. So what and all the rules are? Okay. So now we'll learn about the rules and all of identify. Okay. 1 second. One second. Okay. So I'm sharing my another screen. Okay. Let me stop and then again share. 1 second. One second. Okay. So you guys able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this one over here. And the maximize this. Okay. Okay. So we know the identifier definition, what identifier is, right? Okay. So the first rule to define a identifier can contain alphabet. So with only alphabets, you can define identifier. Let's assume if I have to define a variable, this is int, and I have to define variable sum. Okay. So this is we use sum, right? It's taking time. Okay. So this is sum. Okay. So this is the first rule. With all the characters or alphabet, you can define a identifier. Okay. Identifier can also contain digit. Okay. So okay. So how it will be like int. So I will say sum sum 5. Sorry. Let me say 4t. So it's contain digit as well, right? Then int int. Okay, then it can also contain underscore. So let assume I write total sum, but it cannot have space in between. Okay, clear? Okay, so we can have in identifier, we can have only characters, which we can have also, we can have numbers, we can have this underscore as well. Clear? So when you define identifier, we have to make sure, so identifiers anything that we are writing into the program by the user, by the end user, like we programmer write. So when he define a variable or create a class name or any type of string, or in like naming a class, naming a method, naming a enum, anything, so we have to keep in mind that second thing, we cannot use keyword as an identifier. Let us assume we know that void is a keyword, so I cannot say int void. Okay, this is not allowed. Okay, okay, we cannot use numbers as a first character, so this is one sum, so this is also not allowed. Okay, clear?
Yes, we.
Okay, my handwriting is not good, so anywhere, like if you guys are not able to understand that, even just tell. Then hyphen also is not allowed while defining a identifier. So let us assume I have written sum, and here I have given hyphen and then total. This is not allowed. Okay, but as I first said here, right? Int underscore is allowed. Sum underscore total. This is allowed. Clear? So first letter of identifier must be alphabet or dollar or underscore. So underscore, dollar and alphabet. Alphabet matlab A to Z or small a to Z, right? So these three things only allow as a first character. So let us assume if I have to define int dollar sum. So this is fine. Int, and one more thing, what I said, underscore. Int sum. This is also allowed. Okay, clear? Okay. So you guys know what is the valid identifier and all. Okay, now let assume if I have to write a program here, let me write a program. Okay, so how I have written, so public class name, sorry, class name I have given my first prog, and this is also identifier. So same rule we have to follow. It should have alphabet, it should not start with number and all. Okay, then you have to open a curly braces, and whenever you open a curly braces, you have to close the curly braces. Clear? Okay, so I'm just let me remove this. Okay, so I open a curly braces, and then same thing, like same addition of two number I'm going to write. So I write int. Okay, you guys have to tell me, I'm going to define a variable, is it correct or not? Okay, so I have written 9 number equal to 5. Is this correct?
No, we.
Why?
Because first letter number is not allowed, no?
Ah,
Mm.
so while defining a variable, okay, first letter you cannot have a number, as I said, because this is a variable name, and variable name also come under identifier rules, right? So first letter we cannot have number. So this is not, this is invalid. So which one is valid? Int. I have written number and then I can define 10, right? Or any value I can give. This is correct, right? Okay, one more thing
Yeah.
I will write and you guys have to tell me it's correct or this is dollar. I have written number, I have written 20. Is this correct or not?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Okay, it's correct because identifier rules said you can use first letter as dollar, you can use as a first letter. This is fine. Okay. So others all, you all are clear, right? It's pretty basic, but we have to go
Yes,
through
sir.
that. I'm asking others.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Okay, this is pretty straightforward, so it's not much. Just we have to follow the rules to define. Okay, now one more thing. Now one number I have defined. This is correct. So I'm not going to define another. So now I'm going to take another variable. So I'm taking void void. Okay, and then I take 200. Is it correct or not?
Not correct.
No,
It
sir.
is
No.
not correct.
Why it's not correct?
Why?
Void is a
Yeah,
predefined.
void
Void is a
is not
predefined
allowed
keyword.
Yes, correct. Right. So you guys are pretty clear on identifier part. Okay. So identifier rule is like identifier can contain alphabet, digit, and two special symbol. Dollar and underscore also we can use. Okay. First character of an identifier must be alphabet or dollar or underscore. Okay. Keyword or reserved words cannot be used as a identifier. Clear? Okay. Now we'll move to data type. See, in today class, we are going through a basic blocks. Okay. Before writing the program, we should know something about like identifier, variables, data type and all. So that only we can write. Okay. Clear? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So now we'll learn about data type. One second, I don't need keyboard. I don't need it. Okay. Okay. So I think everyone know about data type somehow who is belong to like engineering streams and all. Okay. So basically, if you go through any books, they are having lot of definition of data type. Okay. What is data type? So it's very basic and should be get cleared today class. We should not keep it. Okay, later we'll understand what is data type. If anyone have any doubt, if it seems like I'm not teaching in certain manner, you can interrupt me and tell me that we need a bit faster, slower, or can you explain it more? So there is no issue asking for those requests. Okay. So data type. So in Java, okay, there are two types of data type. Okay. The first one is, we'll go to data type definition later. First one is primitive.
Then
Primitive data type. So everyone is seems like good in English. So primitive means which is predefined, which is initially available, right? Which is available from the start. So we mostly consider primitive data type. Those data types we consider as a primitive data. Then user defined data type. So how many data type we have? One second, let me admit.
Two types.
We have two types of data type, primitive and user defined. Okay. Okay. Now if someone asks you, okay, what is data type? So I have not tell you guys what is data type. So what you will say? So basically, data type basically tells, okay, type of data you want to use, which type of data you want to use. Okay. And how much amount of memory you needed to store that data. Clear? So what is the definition? The type of value plus memory, right? Memory. So data type tells about type of value, okay, which type of value I'm going to store, okay, of which type of data you want to store and how much memory it will take. Clear? So if someone asks you what is data type, so you can go through book, there are a lot of things, okay, but basic definition, type of value you want to use and that value is going to consume how much memory. Okay, I will tell you a simple example. I have defined a identifier. You remember a variable initially. Okay, so what I did over there? So I did is I have written int, okay, and then I have written a variable name which is a I am taking, and then I have written 5. Okay, so in this one, this is int is a data type. Int is a data type. Okay, so that we are reading. Okay, later we'll check, like we'll see it's fall under primitive or user defined, but right now we are talking about data type. So int is a data type. What int says? So as definition I have given type of value. So which type of value we can store? Integer type of value. Okay, how much memory it will store? It will store 4 byte of memory. How much? 4
4
byte.
bytes.
Yeah, so anyhow I will give those detail as well. So you just focus on the 4 byte of memory. Okay, so basically if someone say I'm defining an integer, I'm defining an int, so what does it means? It means that that person want to consume 4 byte of memory and he want to store a integer value on it. Clear? Clear. Okay, so okay, so now in primitive data type, so we will later we'll see, first we'll go through a primitive data type and then we'll see what is user defined data type. Okay, so when we come down, okay, we come down to primitive data type, right? There are 8 primitive data type available in Java. Okay, how many? 8. So what and all are? We have to learn all of those. Okay, what exactly they are? So the first one is Boolean. Okay, the second one is byte. The third one is char. The fourth one is sort. The fifth one is int. The sixth one is long. The seventh one is float. Okay, and the final one is double. So these are primitive data type. Clear? Okay. So primitive data type is now last 10 minutes is remaining. So we'll see. Okay. So inside primitive data type, you have Boolean, byte, char, sort, int, long, float, and double, right? So we know about identifier today. We know about data type. We also know about primitive data type. So in primitive data type also, there are categories that 8, right? Sort, long, double, float, int, and all. They fall under a different set of categories. Okay, based on their values. Okay, we'll see that one. So let's start with primitive. Clear? Okay. Now primitive have two type. Okay. The first one is Boolean type. Boolean. Okay, what is Boolean? Boolean means actually it's defined like true and
false.
true and false. Okay, so basically I will write true and false. Okay, I will tell you later what is the default type, what is the space and all. Right now we're talking about this, so we'll focus on this. Then again, the next is numeric, right? Okay, you guys might wonder where is characters and where is strings and all. So remember, character fall under numeric. Okay, character fall under numeric. Clear? Okay, so in numeric there is two types. The first one is integral. Okay, the first one is integral and the second one is float. Okay, which we call floating points. Okay, we'll see what and all are integrals. The first one is byte, byte, short, int, long, and char. Inside the floating points, we have two. The first one is float, and the second one is double. So if anyone asks you guys, what is primitive data types? Primitive data types are predefined data types which are available in Java programming language. Okay, so inside the primitive data types, we have two categories. One is Boolean. Inside Boolean, so what is BOOLEN? Small BOOLEN. Remember that one. Okay. So this is category. Okay, this is category. This is also category. This is also exact data types are these are. Okay. Sorry, not true false. This one. Okay. So we have primitive, we have Boolean. Okay. Then byte, short, int, long, char, float, double. Okay. So now we'll see key. If I just write a number, you guys have to tell me, is it byte, character, or what? 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Are you guys able to see the screen? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a call. Okay. So I will just write a value, a literal, and you guys have to tell me exactly this, just a guess, okay? And you have to tell me where it will fall. Okay. So I have write this true. So true is what? It's a float, double, or short. What exactly it is?
It's a Boolean.
It's a Boolean.
Boolean.
Okay. If I write this, only C, and when I put this, what exactly
Char.
is?
Character.
Yeah.
Just a general guess, okay? It's not like I'm asking you guys exactly the things, okay? If I say 1.5, then where it will fall?
Float. Float.
Or
It's a
float, yeah.
floating. Okay, then again double and a float we'll see later. Okay, so that is not a
Yep.
concern. If I see
Okay.
here 545, so it is integer.
Integer.
Okay, okay. If same 1.5 and at the last if I mention f, it will fall under float.
Floating.
Okay,
Floating.
okay, clear. Sure, very good. Okay, so now primitive data type definition and categories is clear. Okay, now we'll go to user defined data type. Okay, if anyone asks user defined data type, so if you go through books now, so they will say basically abstract data type. Okay, but as in abstract there are many things which come under. Okay, so I will drill it down a bit more. Okay, so user defined data type, it will come class, interface, enum. Okay, enum got introduced in Java 5. Okay, annotation type. Okay, the annotation type also from Java 5. So class interface are already there. Okay, then inside the class, okay, there are other things like string is a user defined data type. Okay, when you define an integer, right? So when you define an integer, so you can define with the help, there is a class called integer and there is a primitive also in it, so that and all, it's not a part of current stuff. So I'm not telling you, you should not go somewhere and see, okay, Avino said like only for user defined data type, but string is also a user defined data type. It's not. String is a user defined data type that comes under class. So when we read a string, I will tell you. Okay. Okay. So we have a read about class, interface, enum. So if anyone, what is user defined? A data type is which user defined. Okay, is known as user defined data type. So class, interface, enum and all are the user defined data type. Clear? Okay. So it's only 1 minute left. So there is a topic related to type and size and range. Like let us assume if I'm taking a boolean, just I'm giving example, next class we'll see. So I'm taking a boolean, right? Boolean. So boolean byte size and bit size is not defined in Java. Okay, it's a 1 bit or something it take, so it's not defined. Okay, but if I take a byte or int, we'll go in details next class. And because 1 minute is remaining, so I'm just giving a basic thing what we are going to learn. So byte is take 1 byte space. Okay, 1 byte means in 1 byte we contain 8 bit. You guys have to remember for range calculation. Okay, int take 4 byte. So which is 32 bit. Okay, the default value. So each primitive data type have their own default value. So in Java, if you define a boolean, let us assume if I write boolean boolean and you given val, and if you not give any value, by default it will get a value of false. So it's called default value. So every data type have their default value. Boolean have false. Okay, byte have 0, character have ASCII 0. Okay, similarly double have 0.0, like that. Okay, int is also having a 0 default value. So and they all are having a range. Range means like a numeric decimal values. So let us assume 0 to 150 we can assign to, or sorry, not 0 to 127,